Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Red, White, and Bills. Sean here. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. Today, we just got a quick video talking about the run game, the running backs, and everything that goes with it. But speaking of veterans, remember my buddy Keese, Evolution Trucking and Logistics, for all your trucking needs. I will continue to be dropping his information down in the chat. If you've got any questions or you're interested at all, please feel free to reach out to him. And let's get started. So we all know the main issue with the running game is the inability to run block from the offensive line. But I just want to point out some things that I've noticed. And from 2019, when we got Devin Singletary and probably our best run blocking offensive line, just want to talk a little bit about that and go into what we have currently. So in 2019, we had rookie Devin Singletary and future Hall of Famer, third on the all-time rushing list, Frank Gore. And, we ran the ball pretty effectively that year. And in 2019, Devin missed 4 games. Remember, 4 games. And he had 151 carries for 775 yards for a 5.2 average. And that was as a rookie, and that was missing 4 games. So you could speculate what he would have finished with, but he would have at least finished with 800 yards, if you want to play along. But again, missing 4 games. Frank Gore was 166 for 599. And again, Devin Singletary was a rookie, and although Frank Gore was a Hall of Famer, he was also coming on the tail end of his career. And then he played one more season after that, and now he's getting ready for a boxing match. Anyway, and you take a look at what we have this season. Devin Singletary, 73 for 355 for about 5 yards a carry, so he's been pretty consistent. And Zach Moss is 65 for 233 for a 3.6 yards per carry. And, a lot of people, the reason why I made this video is because a lot of people are putting a good amount of blame towards the running backs, and that we don't have, good enough backs to run the ball. But again, the main issue is the offensive line. And then, for example, you take what Devin Singletary is on pace for this year. 146 carries for 710 yards playing every single game. He had 775 yards as a rookie, missing 4 games. So just looking at that alone, it just shows that he has the ability to run the ball. And, we had a pretty decent offensive line that year, but most of the same people are back this year. So what that says to me is that it's not Devin Singletary's inability to run the ball and to find holes. It's the offensive line's inability to run block correctly. And, Zach Moss, he's a power back, but, it seems like by the time either of them get the ball, they're met in the backfield or, basically the line of scrimmage, and they have to fight so hard for even 1 or 2 yards. And I don't know what people are wanting to see from them. Besides Derrick Henry, but you put some of the best backs out behind that offensive line, especially getting 5 or 6 carries a game. That's not enough to sustain, a consistent run game. Dayball goes from let's run the ball 3 times in a row to let's not run the ball for the whole quarter. And then these guys get 5 or 6 carries a game for 20, 30 yards. And then, they seem like they're the issue. Yeah, they make mistakes too, just like anyone else. But in my opinion, it's more of a lack of opportunities. But that also falls because they feel like the offensive line isn't going to create the opportunities for them. So to answer the question, do I think it's the running back's fault? I do not. I think the running backs are very good. They both bring something to this team. They both can catch well out of the backfield and create plays in space. Zach Moss could be a power back, red zone back, third down back. Devin Singletary is elusive and can, like I already said, create plays in space. And he definitely doesn't get tackled on the first hit every time. He bounces around. He uses his elusiveness and his speed to break tackles and to even fight for another inch, even if he gets met by 1 or 2 people in the backfield. And I really like who we got at running back. Yeah, they're not first-round studs. They're not a Najee Harris or a Derrick Henry of the world, but they can absolutely make a difference in this team. They just need to be put in the right space to do so. So, again, it's not the running backs, in my opinion. The running backs are fine. We just need to figure out this offensive line issue. Let me know in the comments what you think. You think if it's the run game, or if you think it's the play calling, or if you think it's the offensive line, or if you think it's all 3 of them. And remember, if you want to subscribe to the channel to keep you update on the Bills and the current situations in the Bills organization, pre-games, post-games, Subscribe to this channel, like, share. Thank you guys so much. Happy Veterans Day. And remember always, go Bills.